It's Mike and Scott and Mike, you and me and ScottyG. So we're going to be taking your calls, having a good time talking Disney here, and yeah, having a good time over the next hour. Hopefully everything works. Cross your fingers. I don't know if it will. I swear an hour ago I was setting things up and I checked a bunch of stuff, but I didn't check everything. But I think I got the last little part here. But let's find out. So let's hit the old tweet button here. I got to retweet this because I reset Chrome. Hang on, we are live on Facebook. Hang on one second. And YouTube with you, me. We are drafting the best. Yes.
So I'm on how I go through I've been going through my photos. I'm on February 22nd trying to clean them up.
Yep.
And I just found a photo of you and me riding Expedition Everest together.
Oh man.
I know. I'll send it to you.
That was from Princess then.
Yeah, but it was in 2019, which is February 22nd is National Margarita Day. So later that day we had margaritas at Coronado at the dig site together.
Nice, man. I could go for that today.
But it's a rare photo of you on Expedition Everest. I feel like
I can write it once more
right now. And of course, you're filming it, so you must have been live or something, which is insane to think. But
that is nuts. Yeah, I don't think. I guess you can do that on that ride now. Still, I think it's Space Mountain. You can't. Hey, Brooke. Hey, everybody. Hey, Katie. Hey, Jared. So let's see. We have the crew that's sailing with us in the chat here. Almost. It looks like almost everybody.
Yeah.
99 days. 99 days. I got my hair cut for the Disneyland trip just a minute ago.
Oh, made you kill me with that.
I know. It's going to be quick, though. It's only like 72 hours and then back home. All right. So we're going to get going here because we're going to play a game after the news of the week. It's not really much news, though.
Not really.
I think we got 24 summer of 2024 cruise sailings.
Oh yeah, that interests me.
Yep.
There's a DVC cruise that goes to Lighthouse Point, one of the first ones. I'm like, oh, I kind of want to get on that.
So that one, the one that that is a great picture. We look so young.
I know. Don't we look crazy?
That looks like it's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not 4, but
I know it's seriously. That was way a long time ago. Yeah, that one that June, I think it's June 8th, the 7-night fantasy cruise is going to Lighthouse Point, dude. I've had so many quotes for that one. That thing's gonna sell out before it gets.
It's only gonna be platinum people on that one.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it'd be just platinum, but I wonder if it'll get past silver. I mean, it's because it's a big ship. I mean, it's a fantasy, but.
Dude, I kind of want to do that sailing.
Yeah.
Because I love the fantasy. The fantasy is my favorite.
Fantasy is a good ship.
I only did it that one time.
All right, here, let's do this. Man, I got this.
But I want to do a Mediterranean cruise next year, though. So
I need to get a passport. I need to do that. I really want to see it because I've always wanted to go over there. That's what I'd like to see. It get kind of sample things.
Mm-hmm. We want to do a sample, and then we'll decide a place that we want to visit for longer based on our sampling. It's kind of the route we're going. So we got to do the Med cruise first.
Yep, exactly. All right, here we go. Troy's here. Margie's here. Susan, Jared. Here we go. Oh, no. Hang on. Why is it doing that? We don't need that. Nope. We're not playing that game. I do an audition. Hang on one second. Starting a new audition real quick.
Oh, I'm auditioning today?
Adobe Audition, but it was going it looked like it was going double speed. Like that one time when I recorded in double speed. I'm not playing that game where I have to go back and record.
You recorded an hour and a half podcast, thinking it was 45 minutes.
Yep. I was like, this thing is so short. 3-4-1 mono. All right, here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP open line for Sunday night, March 26th, 2023. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com. And of course, one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Sunday night to you, or happy Thursday if you're checking us here on the feed. Hopefully, you're having a great wrap to the weekend or a great wrap to the work week. We're going to have a good time over the next hour taking your phone calls at 407-413-9395. This is the show where you can jump on and be a part of the show. And we're going to need you tonight because we're going to be playing a little game, having a little fun with you. So be ready. But speaking of fun, the guy always have fun with it. All the Disney destinations and other places around the country. It's my good buddy up in Michigan. We're not talking basketball this week. I promise you that. ScottyG. What's up, Scott?
Hey, Mike, happy Sunday. Like, why do the weekends go by so fast? Like, it's unbelievable. Like, Monday is like almost here already.
It's ridiculous. But I mean, if you're listening in the future on the feed, you know, it's already almost Friday.
Exactly. So depending on which way you go, right, this could be like really awesome for you. But if you're real time, you know, that's okay. If tomorrow's Monday, I always say it's a good opportunity to start fresh, right? I'm going to have an awesome week. I'm going to set out these goals and all this. So I'm trying to motivate you. You're going to have an awesome week as we head into April finally. Holy cow. April's almost here, Mike.
Of course, this week I will be heading out to Disneyland on Wednesday. So, I mean, not to rub it on anybody, but you know, the thing is, as a travel agent, right? I spend a lot of time in the office and, you know, I'm very lucky to get to help people plan great Disney vacations. And, you know, sometimes my guests are really cool when they get back. They send me pictures and give me like a little trip report of what happened. Those are my favorite. I love getting those emails. Like, we like this about the ship. If we went on a cruise, or this interaction with the character, this is our favorite meal. You know, this was a great time we had as a family. But it's one of those things that when it gets to be your turn where you get to go somewhere, and like, you know, I've only been to Disneyland that one time with you guys this past July, and I'm going to be totally solo. I won't know a soul out of this thing that I know of because it's like a press thing. It's like a media thing. I'm going totally by myself. And, you know, Walt Disney World, I always run into people I know, you know, even if I don't know, I'm going to know somebody. There's always somebody I know, because I know a lot of locals down there. Not so much at Disneyland. And I am going to have some solo time in the park built into the schedules they gave us. They sent us an itinerary, and it's going to be wild though, because, you know, like, everything out there is like new. So I'm really looking forward to it, but it's going to be so different because at Walt Disney World, I'm like, I've done that 100 times. I'll sit on a bench. I don't think that's going to be the case this week. I don't know.
I'm sure I'm going to hear about it, because this is where like the payback comes in. All those trips where I send you something and like, here's my lunch. What's interesting though, when you send me your lunch picture, like, I'm going to be like well past my lunch, like getting close to like dinner time. So that's going to be a little different for me, you know, like with the time change. But I know you're going to have an awesome time. You're going to be by yourself. You're going to be doing some great coverage for the agency. But I'm looking forward to following along as usual.
Yeah, I'm excited for a corn dog. You know, not you know, I don't need fancy stuff. I'm excited for a corn dog on Main Street. I'm excited to have a chicken sandwich at the Hungry Bear. And I believe, and I was talking about this today at lunch, I think Earl of Sandwich has reopened in downtown Disney, up in the place that used to be the kind of up by California Adventure end of downtown Disney up there. That place went out. It was like it wasn't a sourdough place, but it was what was that place next to World Disney?
Yeah, the bread place, right? Like, I think it's actually in California Adventure. That's where you do the bread tour as well. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. So I think they had 2 locations already. But my big question for you is, I know you love to bring like stuff for your family, right? When you go on these little media business trips. And I have a feeling one of the things you're going to bring back for Pam are those chips that reminded you of Taco Bell, right?
We were just talking about that. No, we weren't talking about that today. We were talking about that last night at dinner when we went to dinner at we went to this barbecue joint, and you've been there, I believe, Hedrick's.
I just covered it for you because I stayed next to that hotel. I was like, Mike, why have you never told me about this place? Like, I'm waking up doing a run on the Katy Trail, and it smells so good.
I know, it's so good. It's right there in the old historic St. Charles. We went there last night because like years ago they had a special on Thursday nights. This is for us, like, just get to the Disney, but they had like these barbecued nachos, like loaded barbecued nachos, like pulled pork on them and just all kinds of stuff, and they were half price on Thursday nights. We go there, we just get this big platter of nachos, split them as our dinner. We get dinner salads and cornbread, and that was like our dinner. So we did that again last night. And so because of the chips, I was talking about, oh, dude, this reminds me, I'm bringing home at least 3 bags of those cinnamon covered tortilla chips from Rancho del Zocalo, because I bought some when we were out there in July, and I just kept eating them in the hotel room. And not enough. I'm bringing at least 3 because they're just in like a brown bag. I mean, it looks like you're brown bagging it to school.
I think you're gonna. I mean, you get the free bags on Southwest. You might just do 50 pounds worth of just those chips, just to bring home.
Think of the friends you could make on like with flight attendants and stuff. Like here, brown bag, and can I get an upgrade? Something like a gate agent. I mean,
side note, with the photo you sent me last night. Sorry, I didn't see it until today. Was that from Hendrix then, with like the big bottle of Buffalo Trace?
Yeah, it was sitting right next to our table. It was like a prop, I think. But I mean, I think it was a real bottle.
I got a giant bottle too. I'm gonna have to do a compare photo for you to see like how
it was at least 18 inches tall. I didn't get over there to see how many like ounces it was. That one was huge. Awesome. I was like, oh man, that's like a lifetime supply. Anyway. So yeah, I'm excited to get out there. The weather's going to be really cruddy though. I think like highs in the 50s and rain. But I mean, you're Disneyland, right? I mean, you can't have beautiful. We had beautiful weather while we were out there, so it's kind of payback.
You're going to be doing probably some indoorsy stuff too. Like there's probably going to be some convention stuff you're doing at the Disneyland Hotel, I'm guessing. But yeah, hopefully when you go out to play, the weather will cooperate. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make it happen. I was complaining this afternoon about I probably have to wear long pants, and Pam was like, "Cry me a river," So.
I know.
She already told me what she wants for a souvenir. She doesn't want a Disneyland sweatshirt. I don't know if you saw, there's a store in downtown Disney. It just sells stuff that says like California and like Los Angeles. They actually got California sweatshirts last time they were there, and they want another one. They're strange. I guess because we never go out that way. So they want like shirts that say like Los Angeles or Malibu Beach.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. I like it.
I want Disneyland. I mean, whatever.
I just love Southern California as a whole. I mean, I know Disneyland is part of that, but like, yeah, give me anything SoCal, and I'm excited.
Yeah, same. Give me In-N-Out, like an In-N-Out shirt and In-N-Out like a little paper hat. So the Mariners did a thing on their social media the other day with they had 4 bullpen pitchers get on a golf cart, and they drove the golf cart down the road to In-N-Out, and they ordered 150 In-N-Out burgers and 60 orders of fries for the clubhouse. And some of the guys had never had In-N-Out, and it was funny. It was the funniest thing on their social media. So look up the Seattle Mariners. They all got hats, like little chef hats. It was the greatest thing ever. And the one guy's like, I've never been to In-N-Out. Oh,
I think it's overrated though, personally, but it is.
Katie's talking about animal style. The one guy's like, what's animal style mean? Like, well, you don't know what animal style. I mean, I know, but
you gotta do animal style on the fries for sure. I mean, I don't like animal style on my burger, but like, I mean, I'd argue that like Five Guys is better than In-N-Out. I mean, I think the price point is what makes In-N-Out so great.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, I would say. You know where you're getting. Like you can get In-N-Out and pretty cheap, but I don't think it's as good as other burger joints. But that's just me. But it's part of the Southern Cal like tradition. You got to do it when you're in SoCal.
Right. And here's the other thing, right? I'm Ubering. Well, I'm Lyfting because it gave us like a credit on Lyft for the event. Like, if you don't have a car, like how do you get In-N-Out, right? Because you're not going to like Uber to an In-N-Out and then like get a new Uber, because like your Uber driver is not going to, like how do you schedule an Uber, to go?
You just do a multiple stop pickup. I mean,
like you have them drop you off at In-N-Out and then like you eat and then you get another one. That's what I was trying to figure out, like how you would do like a fast food.
I mean, you might be able to range like a 2-stop ride or something. I've never done it, but I think there might be an option for that, like. Because I've seen like when you do like a town car or something, like, hey, I need to stop for groceries. Like you put that in advance. I don't know if you can do that on the Uber app or Lyft app. I don't know. You have to do some research.
I got to do research because I really, it would be a shame to go all that way, 1,500 miles to not get In-N-Out. My dad would actually really be fired up because he loves In-N-Out. Like when he does the Rams, he gets In-N-Out twice, goes to church, does the Rams game, and comes home. That's all he does. I mean, he's got a church out there. He gets In-N-Out on the way in, on the way out, boom, and hopefully the Rams lose and comes home.
So much better options, but I get it though. I get it.
My dad's a simple man. Okay, so let's talk some Disney news. The biggest Disney news, I think, since we talked last Sunday night, is that we have the release of the 2024 summer itineraries for Disney Cruise Line, and this finally includes a few stops to Lighthouse Point. Not everybody, the thing was, it kind of surprised me. Not everybody's going to Lighthouse Point. Actually, with this batch, very few cruises are going to Lighthouse Point. Most of them out of Fort Lauderdale on the Magic.
That surprised me that the Magic was going to be the primary ship.
It's smaller though. I think initially that's a good idea, right? Because I think they're going to have to kind of ease into it, and get it. But that fantasy sailing on, I think it's, June 8th, that inaugural June 8th 7-night fantasy sailing. I'm just telling you from my perspective, I've had so many quotes since that came out. That baby is hotter than a firecracker.
I was going to ask you about that. Do you think they'll limit the capacity a little bit more on that fantasy sailing then? Or, I mean, that'd be kind of silly. Like, you want a full cruise at all times. So why would you not sell it to the full? But I don't know.
Yeah, I think they will sell that ship to capacity. And the thing is, if I had to guess, that ship will sell out. Now, here, we were talking about this before we went on the air, because you said you're super interested in that cruise too. And, I would be too. But the thing is, like, I just wonder how long it's going to hold off, right? Because it starts off, if you don't know, with Disney Cruise Line, like Platinum will get to book first. That's Monday. And then on Tuesday, it'll open up to Platinum and Gold. And then on Wednesdays, Silver gets added to the mix, which is 2 to 6 sailings. And then on Thursday, anybody can book, first-time sailors and everybody else. I don't. The Fantasy's a big ship, though, right? It's a big ship, and it's one particular date. But it's also in the summer when everybody's out of school. It's the beginning of summer. I think people really like the Fantasy. I wonder what the price point's going to be, though, because it's Sunday. We don't know the price point right now for the sailing. That's the whole thing. We don't know. I mean,
I'd love to know the price point. And I mean, you called it. Like I said, I don't even know if it gets past Platinum. You said realistically, like it doesn't get to Silver, though. I bet you it doesn't
get general public, but I think it'll get through Silver.
You think so?
That's my guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna want to look, Mike. I just out of curiosity. I have a number in my head, and I'm sure it's gonna exceed that number, and then I'm gonna be like, nope, not doing that. But how awesome would it be to be one of the first to see Lighthouse Point? And the thing is, everyone is getting off that ship. Like, cause sometimes you go to Castaway, not everyone gets off the ship.
I never thought about that. Yeah, I mean, nobody stayed on the ship there. Like everybody's,
because everyone that's most likely on that cruise has been on the Fantasy before. They've seen the ship, so they want to see the new thing, which is Lighthouse Point. Everyone's going to get off that ship. It's going to be crazy.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's good, because people do stay on at Castaway Key, because I mean, some Platinum people have been like, I've been to the island, 15, 20 times.
They just want a chill day on the ship, which I get. Like I've done it before. I haven't like done the whole day, but like I've gotten off like at 11 a.m. And it's kind of nice. Like you just chill on the ship, for the first couple hours. It's good. No one's doing that on that sailing. Not at all.
So, and obviously there's a bunch of other sailings, med sailings. There's the Alaska sailings that are super popular on the Disney Wonder. Just sailings all over. So if you want to talk about that, let's talk about that. We have, the soft openings are going on right now for Tron. Energy Bites, all the little snack stand finally did open over in Tomorrowland. So you can get your mocha covered donut holes and your savory treats over there. I'm excited for you to hear Monday's show, though, because tomorrow's show, if you're listening live, if you're listening on the feed on Thursday, you got to hear it by now, hopefully. But we had a cancellation. So Scott and I jumped in and did a show, and we did a draft, and we're going to do something tonight. And we need your help with this, because we're going to have a little fun here. We're going to have to kind of get rolling with this and make our calls a bit quicker tonight, because we're going to need to get at least 5 calls to get this in. What we're going to do, here's how it's going to work. We are going to do a draft. It's a 5-round draft. So we're going to pick the best snacks at Walt Disney World. And the goal is to have the best overall squad drafted for your team. Now think about this. You want to have the overall best squad. So if you're a basketball team, you don't want to have all centers. Like, it's great to have a dude that's 7'2", but you don't want to have 5 guys that are 7'2", because then nobody's going to be able to bring the ball up the court. They can all dunk, but nobody can bring the ball up the court. You're done. So you got to have a variety. You got to think variety. You got to think quality, but you got to think variety. So here's the deal. Scott and I are going to draft our own, but we're drafting against our callers collectively. So our first caller is going to get the first, pick for the callers team. And then the next person will do the second round for the callers team, third round, and so forth. So the callers can get 5 picks. I'll get 5 picks, and Scott will get 5 picks. All right, so we have our first call. Looks like it's going to be Alfred. Let's see if it's working tonight, hopefully, because last time Alfred broke the phone lines. No, just kidding. It was me. Alfred, you on the line? What's going on?
I am. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me? Is everything working?
Everything's good so far.
Good. Scott, can you hear Alfred?
Yeah.
That's the only one. Okay. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yes. Tonight we got it.
Oh, I'm not touching anything at this point for the next hour, and not moving.
The funny thing is, I'm having problems watching you for some reason. It keeps going out.
Well,
So
who cares? Because
this
I'm
is-
nothing to look at,
this
neither
is
is
worth
Scott. Hey, we got to. Well, Scott's okay. Scott's good looking. I'm terrible. So there you go. I even did something special. I hung my 1 share of Disney stock yesterday here in the studio. That's what's behind me. That shows that I'm a shareholder.
Uh-huh.
Right there. One
That's
share.
my next move too.
It's starting to look pretty busy back there, Mike.
Hey, there's actually a picture above it. Hang on, let's see if I can do it. Look. And I'll have to show you that one later. That's actually a collage of a bunch of little pictures that makes a Mickey Mouse and Goofy running. Okay. First thing we got to get, because we're giving the callers the first overall pick. Do you ever watch the NFL draft? Do you ever watch anything like that? Well, here's an important sound. You got to have the sound. Ready? Hey, hang on. I was messing with it earlier. That's the official NFL sound. That means you're on the clock. Okay, so you got to give us your what's the callers? That's you're on the clock sound. Okay, so you get to pick any snack you want, Walt Disney World. What are you picking for the callers?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. So let's say for Main Street USA.
Yes.
Okay, put it down, Scott. Scott's our scribe here. Okay, so do you have anything else you want to?
Choice?
What?
Do I only get one pick, or
do
I get more?
No, you only get one because the next caller is going to get round 2. Now I get one, and then Scott's going to get one. Okay, so here's mine. I'm going to get mine real quick while you're on the line. I'm going to go. I'm going to go the All-American Sundae, even though it's not available right now, but I have faith it'll come back soon. All-American Sundae, because I got to have something cold for a hot day and sweet. Okay, and then Scott's going to give his first round choice.
I'm going to go with a classic Mickey ice cream sandwich.
Oh, dude, that's one of my favorites. Good call. Okay, so the first round is
too
complete.
Many snacks that are so good.
I can't believe Texas just lost the game.
Popcorn is like.
I know Elizabeth's been texting me because Texas was up like 15 points.
Yeah, they were. I just looked up and I see a Texas guy crying. What? Oh, anyway, sorry, Alfred. They were killing him. Anyway, no,
it's the weirdest Final Four ever.
It's so weird.
And Texas, I mean, it's in Houston. The Final Four's in Houston. Texas could have had a fouling.
Oh, they choked. Oh, too bad. Okay, sorry, Alfred. It's just this poor guy's crying on TV. It's just I looked up and I'm like, you were winning by 15. Yeah, I got to turn the TV off in here. Okay, so anything else you want to talk about, though? Because we got about 5 minutes. We'll go to the next call because we're going to make sure we get 5 calls tonight.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Go for it.
As a travel agent, do you have to pay a certain price every month just to be a travel agent? So,
yes, you have to pay. So what we do is we actually have to pay multiple things as a travel agent. You have to pay for insurance because we have insurance as travel agents in case something catastrophic would go wrong. Like we totally screw up a reservation or something like that. We have insurance that would say we'd have to pay out like it was like say it was my fault and we totally bombed up somebody's reservation. We have coverage that we could pay out and compensate, somebody for that coverage. And then we would file a claim against that insurance policy. Knock on wood, I've never had to use it. 12 years, but we pay it every year. We pay it every month. Also, we pay a service that takes care of like our we use a back-end database that sends out automatic emails, keeps track of all of our files. You pay for that every month too. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. Nothing big.
All right. So next thing.
Yep.
I'm very upset that I can't get on the cruise.
The ship sold out.
The whole ship or just the podcast?
The whole ship. The whole ship was sold out the other day. It comes and goes. Now, the closer we get to final payment, that will change as people may cancel because that's usually when it happens.
Okay. So if that happens, you're going to email me. Correct?
I will let you know. Well, I'm going to be out of the office when final payments are due, but I'll let you know next week when I get back.
Okay. Sounds good. Yes. And Disneyland, I'm jealous. I haven't been there now since 2019 and I'm ready to go back.
I can't wait.
I love that place. It's just so different in my opinion.
It is. Different's good. I'm at least 7 laps around Disneyland on the train is what I'm guessing. Because I want to see those dioramas. Those dioramas are awesome.
So good.
Yes, they really are. And then just the fact that Walt was in that park makes it so
special. I mean, you can't top that.
unreal.
Yeah, it's real. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no, it's not a replica. He walked on that street.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. And I don't know if I ever told you this story. I may have. There was one time, it was in 2019. Now, I've been going for, since 2001, I think, almost every year. And I decided, it was hot. I just wanted to take it easy. So I actually just, the Matterhorn?
Oh, I love it.
Across from the Matterhorn, there's a tree with a bench.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sat for like an hour, just watching people go by, looking at the sights. It was just so magical.
It sounds good to me.
And it didn't matter that I wasn't doing rides because I've done them.
Yeah. I'm going to do a ton of rides this time because they have such a great fantasy land. Like, just you could do that stuff over and over. The little storybook canal boats, Alice in Wonderland, right? Mr. Toad. The subs are going to be back open. Those weren't open when we were there this summer. Stuff like that. Yeah, I'm excited. And plus, I have Genie Plus because it's on our tickets. So I'm like,
let's
cool. Go!
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying.
And you get the photos with that then.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna take me photos by myself.
Yes, you gotta.
I mean, nobody wants to see that. I take pictures with other people because I look better with other people around me. I'm not gonna probably take many of myself. Okay. I'm just saying.
I take myself. I don't care.
But see, my wife will make fun of me, so I can't do that. And even worse, my teenage daughter will just destroy me. So can't do that either. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Alfred, I got to roll because we got to get 4 more calls in. We got to get these rounds in so we can see who wins because we're going to vote on this. All right. Take care. We'll talk to you next Sunday because I'll be back and we'll have a show. I'll have already been to Disneyland. We'll be back. I get back next Saturday. All right. Got to go. See you. We got 2 more calls coming in. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Let's get to the next call here as they came in. All right. Next caller. Hey, who's joining us?
Hey, this is Katie from Maryland.
Katie, welcome to the BOGP cruise. Your half is paid for. Marlesa's half is not. So she has to get off. No, she's going to pay tonight. But you're good. You're ready to sail.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now we just have to get to July.
I know. Tell me. 99 days, though. That thing tells me behind me over my shoulder. So. Yeah. Okay, so you got to give a draft pick. So we can do this real quick before we get to whatever you want to talk about. So you get to pick your snack for the callers team. We have so far popcorn, Main Street USA.
Yes.
And Katie can't take our picks either.
Wait, hang on. Yeah, you can't take our picks. Wait, you heard ours probably. Okay, so what was yours?
Yeah, I did. The Mickey shaped cinnamon bun.
Oh, Mickey shaped cinnamon bun. Okay, so then now, Scott, I'm going to let you go this time. We're going to, even though you should do it like snake order, but I'm always letting the callers go first. I'm being nice, but we'll alternate back and forth.
So, Mike, you went with a snack that doesn't currently exist right now. So I'm going to do the same.
Come on, yeah, I know.
And that is the whoopie pie at Sunshine Seasons. That is like my favorite thing ever.
I do love that.
So, and I didn't want anyone to steal it, so I'm going with the whoopie pie.
That's a good one. Okay, so I'm going with. This one's not popular, so it's not going to win me many votes, which is kind of bad to take it at number 2. But it's dang good. I'm going with the sweet cream cheese pretzel at the lunching pad over in Tomorrowland. It's a good.
Oh, that is good.
Oh man, it's really good. But nobody talks about it. But it's and because I've already got like an ice cream, like a cold hot day sweet treat. This is kind of like a. Like an in-between meals, just like it's, 2:30, you got to get to dinner. You see something to carry over. You're kind of hungry, but you don't want to spoil dinner. It's got a little sweet, got a little salty, kind of hold you over. That's my pick. Yeah, that's kind of a hidden little gem. I don't think it's terrible for you. I keep telling myself that it probably is, but I keep telling myself pretzels aren't terrible. We'll see. I don't want to know. If it is, don't tell me. Don't blow it up. So, okay, Katie, what are you going to talk about? So that's a good pick.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give a shout out to ScottyG for the Topolino's recommendations from a couple weeks ago. So I ended up listening to him, but also not listening to him. I got the modern fashion drink, which was absolutely fantastic and very strong. And now I need to have some more old fashions,
Yes.
have on the cruise or on future trips.
So Scott, should you tell a story about what night did Paige come home unexpectedly? She just showed up at the front door Tuesday, I think, when her season was over.
Yeah, I trained Mike on how to make an old fashioned at home. That was pretty fun.
Yep.
But I'm glad you tried it. I think I knew what the second thing is going to be because I was going to ask you. I just saw your post about Topolino's and I got so excited seeing it. I think you went a different entree route, which it looked good what you had. I'm guessing that's what the next piece you were going to say was.
The bouillabaisse, which is like very seafood heavy fish stew, so that was fantastic. But the ricotta was also amazing, which was also one of ScottyG's recommendations. So that was absolutely fantastic. So thank you for that.
Yes, I love it.
Awesome. And then my boyfriend got the rigatoni for his entree, and that was like a melt in your mouth, like mouth watering experience also. So now we have to go there every trip. But we also got the best seat in the house. We literally got a window seat at the very corner near the door that you go in and out of the terrace.
Yep, I know that seat. Yep.
We got to sit and watch the fireworks at our table. Absolutely fantastic. You could not beat that view. So yeah, thanks, ScottyG.
You're welcome. I'm glad you had such a good time. I'm glad the rigatoni was a hit there too. I saw your photos out on that terrace. You all looked really lovely. You looked great. I loved seeing those photos of you. You had like your little cocktail out there too. And Mike, you've been up there. It is like a really spectacular view. I know, Katie, you've been there for breakfast before, but I love it at night because you can see the sunset happening. Like it's just gorgeous. And I'm glad you really enjoyed it. That's awesome.
Literally. So yeah, so thank you again. I'll hop off to allow some more draft picks, but have a magical evening.
You too, Katie, and I forgot. I got to play this for you because we were not official till.
Oh yeah.
Because you were on the clock. Okay, Derek said it was Roger Goodell approved. Okay, hey, have a good one, Katie. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.
Awesome. See ya.
Have a good one.
All right, man. I'm telling you what,
dude, I love that. Right, I get nervous when I recommend something to someone, and like if it ends up being a flop. And Katie is a sweetheart; she could be making that up for all I know. I don't think she is.
Probably gagging on something, be like, "Oh, Scott, it was so good."
But glad it was a successful dinner because I saw her photos and it looked really good. And I was really jealous that I wasn't there.
I think I might have had the rigatoni.
You did that as your entree. I recommended that you share it with us as an appetizer and you do steak, but you went with it as your entree, which I don't think is the best option personally.
I think it was probably the cheapest thing on the menu.
It was, but it's not. But the fillet wasn't that much more, and you were going to get rigatoni anyway. It's fine, Mike. I think you need a do-over at Top.
Yeah, I'm going to go back. Anyway, our next caller, and I believe it's somebody here from St. Louis, Missouri. I believe from the 314. Who's joining us?
Gentlemen, how are you this evening?
Oh man, doing great. You got some pipes. What's going on? Who's this?
This is Jared.
Jared, dude, you're killing it with those pipes, man. You sound like I don't know, man. You're like deep. Hang on. This is what you sound like. Hang on.
This is what Jared sounds like.
Turn that off there.
That is not what Jared sounds like.
What it sounds like. That almost sounds like Mike. That sounds like whenever Goofy comes out you with the chainsaw.
Yeah, I know. I spent all that money for that board just so I could do that once a year. So that's probably what's going to happen. What's going on?
So hold on before Jared. I'm instantly trying to think what boathouse snack is he going to pick for his selection.
I was thinking too.
The boathouse snacks. You don't even have to chew those. Those just slide those right down.
Yeah, you do.
Liquid. Okay, hang on. With the third pick from the callers team, Jared from Alhambra, Illinois takes.
So here it is. My snack. It's a go with me. But we're going to the back of World Showcase in France at La Halle's Patisserie and Bakery. It is the jambon beurre ham and cheese sandwich from France at Epcot.
I don't think I've ever had that.
All of Walt Disney World.
I've heard that is rocking good, and it's actually really cheap, isn't it, too?
It's not bad. Actually, what we'll do is we'll get one for walking around in the evening, and we'll have another one to have for breakfast the next morning.
Oh, good call. Oh, I'm
or
so
we'll
getting
grab
that.
one on the way out to the and eat that on the plane on the way home.
Ooh, I like that too.
I do like that call.
Yep.
Oh,
So what do
I
you
like
guys
it.
have?
Okay, so I guess I'm up next. Man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Trying to think next. Where am I going? I've
I
gone
like Katie's though. Like, just give me the full baguette. That's a good snack too. Even
I've
just
gone
from,
Magic Kingdom twice. Let's see. I need somewhere else.
this isn't good. You're creating dead air here, Mike.
I know dead air is terrible for a podcast, but I'm thinking. So, because again, I don't know if they currently have this, but they did. Because I remember I ate the crud out of it. Speaking of on the airplane, I ate so much of this, I almost got sick. So with my third pick, and I'm gonna.
Oh, you gotta play the song.
Oh yeah, hang on. Well, we only usually do it once around, but we'll do it again. It's fun, and I think Derek likes it in the chat. There was a sour cream and chive popcorn. I'm not going the Main Street popcorn. This was extra special, like specialty popcorn over at Epcot. It was in a Skyliner popcorn bucket because I got to have something salty. Because I have a pretzel that sweet cream cheese pretzel isn't really salty because it doesn't have salt on the outside. Ice cream. Now I got this kind of sweet cheap pretzel. Now I got salty, but also that sour cream kind of gets you in the back of the mouth. That popcorn. I think it was on that cart over by Imagination.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Because they would have like buffalo flavored popcorn and stuff like that.
Yeah, but last time I went by there, I think it was just regular popcorn.
Okay.
Like during Princess, but that's my pick.
So I know Jared's got something to talk about. I'm sure it's gonna be like old fashioned or cruise related, which I'm really excited to hear. But I'll quick do my third pick. I know the listeners of this group are really, because remember, you want to impress. Like, I'm trying to get the best squad here.
Yeah, that's what I did on Monday.
For when the AP poll comes out, maybe I'll be preseason number one.
That's true, like Alabama.
So I know it's not. Shut up. So I know it's not the same as it previously was. I'm going with the tie-dye cheesecake at Pop Century.
Oh, you dog! You dog!
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good dude. You just cut me out at my knees.
Yeah,
that was, and it was way different back in the day. It's much better.
It makes me sad when I see my old photos of it. Like, it would just be like this nice thick piece of cake, just loaded with stuff, and now it's like in this little like tube. But it's still good though. It's still
more
good.
of a homemade feel to it back in the day.
Yeah, now it just looks like something like you just know, like a machine back there just like squirts it into that little round thing. Just like back then it seemed like mom's back in the kitchen, making a pie. But whatever.
That would be one thing I would love to just bring back. Oh, so good.
Serious. Why are we doing snacks? This is stupid because now I need every one of these. Okay, Jared, what do you got to talk about though? Let's talk about it.
All right, sounds like Scott knows me a little too well. I do need to talk about cruising. So, and I do need to get into this old-fashioned tasting because Stacy and I we're going on a cruise next month at the end of April, and the World of Old-Fashioned tasting was sold out before we even got a chance to book it. And now it looks like it's going to be the same thing for the July cruise, for the podcast cruise. It's going to be sold out. It already is sold out. From what Scott's telling me. So I need to get into that. But I do have a question because it's been 22 years since the last time we've cruised. And in July on the podcast cruise, we're going to have our son Camden with us, and it'll be his first time out of the country. And so we want to get him off the boat in the Bahamas in Nassau. And the question for you guys is if you have ever gone directly off the boat to one of the little like food huts or little food stands right off the boat there, and if you've been to one, and if you have any recommendations.
I have not, but I've never eaten at a food hut in Nassau. I've been off at Nassau a few times. The one time you were there, Scott, right?
No, I wasn't. I've been there with you before. I wasn't there the time you're about to talk about though.
The Senior Frogs trip.
I went to Senior Frogs with you, but it wasn't with like Paige and Hannah.
Okay, yeah. So the one time that we actually, because usually if we get off at Nassau, we never eat in Nassau because we figure we've already paid for the food on the ship and it's better than anything in Nassau, right? I mean, because we've already paid for it. Except we had Paige and Hannah, and I think they were like 19 and 20 at the time, so they couldn't drink but in the Bahamas, the drinking age is 18. So we went to Senior Frogs, and that was a mistake. It was like a Tuesday morning at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden my brother-in-law was like leading the shot train. out of control at that place. 10 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. Like people should be at work. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. We've got a couple of places eyed up, but we're having a little bit of I don't know. Can't make a decision on which one to go to. They all look the same, right? It's July, it's gonna be hot. Do we grab one of the little open air huts, or do we go into one of the restaurants where we can get in out of the sun? But yeah, we definitely want to get his feet on a little bit of foreign soil while he's still young.
Now I will say
one thing I like to do too, though, Jared, is not necessarily like get a meal, but like the coffee on the ship might not be the greatest, so we like to get off and go to Starbucks and then come back and get a Starbucks coffee in Nassau. Is something we like to do.
Oh, it sounds like we're gonna have we're pitting Starbucks against Joffrey contest going on here.
I mean, I like my Joffreys, like especially the donuts, But when you're on the ship and when you're in Nassau, you want to get off. Sometimes you just want a cup of coffee. Maybe pick up one of those been there mugs, as a souvenir, and come right back on the ship.
All right. Well, we have a little bit of time to think about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing is, Nassau. So we've gotten a few times, and we've never done a tour. One time I went over to Atlantis, and I had to take this little like boat over across to there, and I mean, they put so many people on that boat. I was like, we're gonna sink for sure, because they just kept putting people on. I'm like, this thing is going down and down. I'm like, we're gonna be below the water line. Like if they put another person on this boat, because they just $5 each person kept paying. And so Atlantis was super nice. So once we got over there, like that was awesome. That hotel, and there was a casino and all that stuff. But we've just walked around Nassau and enjoyed it. The only thing you got to remember, and again, like you're Midwestern, so Scott, like I get uncomfortable with people like begging or like asking for stuff. And the thing is, like Paige and Mallory both have super long hair. This is not a problem for you probably, but the thing is, they all want to braid.
Jared has beautiful hair. I'll tell you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying they're gonna want to braid your locks. No, so they do. They're like, oh man, and everybody wanted to braid Paige's and Mallory's hair. Like every person, like we're always fended them off because that's a thing, I guess, in the Bahamas. And we felt kind of uncomfortable with that just because we're not used to that. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just not used to people coming up unsolicited. But we spent some time in the straw market. That's right as you get off the ship, where they have like all the tourist stuff made out of like the purses and I don't know, the bags and all that, all the junk. It says Bahamas.
Yeah, Stacey and I, we've been there before, but it's been a minute since we've been there. And and come July, my hair just might be long enough to braid. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, grow it out. I mean, I just got mine cut today, so I'm kind of I guess I gotta be all in till July.
Jared, let me ask you this, because you're doing the same itinerary, right? Next month?
Yes. No, we're doing a 3-night next month.
Okay, but you have a Nassau stop. So are you gonna get off at Nassau on that sailing and scope it out, for that you can better plan for the July one, or are you just gonna stay on the ship?
We could do that. But we're actually planning on staying on the ship on that day. So
yeah, I get on the shorter cruise too. Like I totally get it.
Have to go do a little bit of little research.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
We'll sort it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Send me the places you're looking at. I'm just kind of curious, and I kind of want to just research it myself. Obviously, I don't have an opinion on either, but I'm just kind of curious. What you got?
All right, on. Well, I know one of them. Stacy's been looking at them. One of them I know is called, what is it? Crab and Teens.
Crab and Teens.
Never heard of it. I'm so fascinated by it now. Like I feel like I'm gonna like. Is this an excursion I could book through you and Stacy and just like sign up for it?
Crab and Teens.
Oh, I get it now. See, I'm from the I didn't get that. But you know what though? Here's the thing. Like, I mean, this is a group cruise, man. We'll roll with you. We'll find out how that goes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we'll just book. Just tell us where we got to sign up with Stacy or whatever, and we'll get on there. And join.
We'll never be alone.
No, we'll have. I mean, there's power in groups. We'll figure it out. We'll find fun no matter where we go. I promise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that sounds great. So don't forget that old fashioned tasting. Somebody's got to sneak me one out at least.
Well, here's the thing we've learned. Scott and I were talking about this because we heard that we saw that it was filling up, and it happens. Scott and I have many times gotten in sold out tastings on these ships. I don't think we've ever been not gotten in one, because what you do is you just go to where that's going to happen. Like you figure out, like, because they'll tell you once you get on the ship, like where the venue is going to be. You find the bartender, then you go to that venue and you find out who the host is going to be, like which bartender is going to run this sucker. And then you say, look, this is like, I love, you build them up, right? You're like, oh man, I love old fashions, I'd love to do this. And that thing's $100. So it's going to be a fat tip, right? So they're not going to probably have a problem setting another place. You know what I'm saying? They'll find a spot in that bar to do a whole nother placement because they're going to get another, $20, $30, $40 tip at the end of the deal.
You butter them up early on the ship
never
too.
Underestimate, the power of an extra $20 bill.
Yeah, exactly.
You start that early. So the first thing I do on the ship, first thing I would do, Jared, is like you and I would go get an old fashioned. Yeah. That's the first thing we do. Like everyone's boarding. And then we ask the guy right then, who's the bartender? Where's it going to be? And then you give him a fat tip right then.
Yes.
Like, keep these old fashions coming this whole week. And I'll see you on the last night at this old fashioned tasting, right? And then like give him a week.
You're in.
And then you're in.
Oh, you say on the podcast cruise, that old fashioned is on the last night?
It is.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. On the 3-night itinerary, on the one we have coming up, it's on the first night.
Well, I think there's two of them. There's two of them on our sailing. Yep.
I didn't want to do it the first night. The first night's too hectic. Like I didn't want to do it the first night.
I don't. Well, Jared and I have a bourbon tasting on the first night, but
I might sneak into that one though. I might try because I didn't know because I didn't even realize. See, I'm so new to this. I didn't realize old fashions are bourbon. Now that I have my own bottle of bourbon, I know. So there you go.
Very nice.
Yeah. I forget what it's called, but it's
I love the idea of the old fashioned being like one of the last things I do on the ship. Like that's just like way to like send off, man. It's gonna be awesome.
I see, like, 'cause I think it's over like at 10:30. Then we can go like into the adult place and probably like a dance or something to send us off, and that'll be a great night.
Then you'll have a nice sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That'll be fun. Awesome. I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. 99 days. All right, Jared. Hey, we got to roll because we got to get 2 more calls because we got to see who beats me in the draft because my draft is falling apart. All right,
nice catching up with you, buddy.
We'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, this was fun. Good talking to y'all.
All right, see you soon. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
All right, 407-413-9395. Man, that cruise is going to be fun. I can't wait, and Jared is going to make it all the more fun, Jared and Stacy. All right, we have our next caller. Who's joining us?
Hey, guys. This is Matt calling from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Matt Lukowski. How's it going?
Matt, I love that it sounds like you're out in nature. That's awesome.
Does it sound? I'm sitting on my front porch. It's actually really nice here in Pennsylvania. Finally,
I hear the birds chirping. That's beautiful. I love that. That's great.
Well, that's as long as it's not distracting.
No, that's awesome. Hey, it's giving us a little class to our show today. We appreciate that.
Every time I call in, I'll just start putting some animals in the background.
Yeah, even if you're in your basement, does that add some ambient sounds behind your call? We'd appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we got to get down to business because you're on the clock.
Yeah.
What's your pick for the 4th round for the callers for the snack?
As long as this is allowed, no one else has picked it yet. I'm going to go with the cheeseburger egg rolls in Magic Kingdom.
You got it.
Ooh, that's
has not been picked. That's a savory snack.
We went at the beginning of March, so we just got back. I was emailing you this week, Mike, and we just got back. And so, thank you so much for helping put together an awesome trip for us. We had an amazing trip, and I'll debrief with you guys in a minute about that. But the thing I have to point out, though, the reason I picked this is the first time we've had the cheeseburger egg rolls. We didn't get to have them in 2021 when we went last time. So I've literally been thinking about these cheeseburger egg rolls since we went in 2021. I wanted them so bad. We finally got them this trip, and they blew my mind. I couldn't believe how good they were.
You know what? Confession. I've never had these things. Ever.
Oh, my God.
Never.
Scotty, have you?
I've had them. Yep. I mean, you got to commit, right? I mean, the line can be long, but it's so worth it. Yeah, I like to take them and then take them over to like Casey's where they have that outdoor seating area and just sit there and eat them and look at the castle. But yeah, I love them. They're so good.
It worked out really well. We got the egg rolls, and then just a second, honey. My daughter's here. Sorry. We got the egg rolls, and I got the pastrami one too, and because for the 50th anniversary. And we went over to like the Casey's Corner area and sat there, and we had like the snack. And it just so happened that the noon parade came through at the same time, so we get to just sit there and have egg rolls. And we got the lemonade, the frozen lemonade from Casey's Corner, and we sat there and had and we then enjoyed the parade. That was awesome. The characters interacted with our kids. It was a fantastic whole afternoon kind of thing.
You're awesome. Winning right there. That's a good
we
time.
Definitely won. Yeah.
That's good. So, okay, real quick, Scott's got to make his pick. His 4th pick.
I'm surprised I'm getting it this late and that you didn't steal it from me, Mike, because you know my tradition after a Run Disney race, where do I go?
Dude, I'm having them this week, by the way.
I go to I know you'll have the ones in New
will.
Orleans Square.
I
Yeah,
will.
those are so good. But I'm going with the Mickey beignets at French Quarter. I love those things.
That's a
So
good
good.
call.
That's a good
a
one.
call.
I'm going very sweet today. There's a theme there, but I'm going with the Mickey beignets.
Actually, I sold a guest this week. She couldn't decide. She's going out for wine and dine with her husband. They're running the 10K together. And she couldn't decide between Riverside or French Quarter because they're the exact same price. And so she said, tell me the differences. So I told her, it's got a table service meal at Riverside. French Quarter's smaller. It's easier for a race weekend, get around. I was like, but the deciding factor, beignets at French Quarter. She booked at French Quarter.
Yeah. I'm going to pick French Quarter too because of the size and I don't know, it seems it's cute. And I've just been to Riverside a whole bunch of times, so I like her pick. I would go with French Quarter.
So here's mine. I'm going something new. It's over at the Connections Cafe, the Liege waffle. That sucker's so good. It's so light. It's almost like eating air. Now, not many people probably had it. Is it a strawberry waffle? What's it technically called? It's got 3 words. It's the Liege something waffle. I think it's strawberry. But it is so good. It's just a waffle with whipped cream on it, a little chocolate sauce. I think it's strawberry too.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Okay, so that's my 4th choice. Okay, so give us a little highlight from the trip. What you got?
Yeah, I know I'm going to keep it high level, but it was just awesome. So the trip that we planned out was, we were really proud. My daughter was turning 3 years old in this trip. So what we did is we planned it out so that we got there the night before she turned 3.
Smart.
So we got the first 2 days in the park and in that part of the trip there. We got that at and we stayed at Pop Century. We got that for free for her. So we literally last down to the minute we could get her into free stuff. So we were really pumped about that. But we went 2 days in the parks, stayed at Pop, and we did Magic Kingdom for my daughter's 3rd birthday the next day. We did Hollywood Studios the next day after that. And then we went and got on the Wish for a 4-night cruise. We met up with my wife's family there. And we did my wife's 40th birthday on the ship. And then when we got back, we spent 1 day at Animal Kingdom Lodge. That was her actual birthday day. And that was fantastic. So the big thing that I want to throw out there to anyone who's going to do this kind of a trip, one, it's fantastic. It's awesome because you're kind of exhausted after 2 days of going hard in the parks. You're ready to take a break anyway. You get on the ship, you take a break, you have a great time. And then whenever you get off the ship, I will never go right from the ship
to the airport.
I
know that's
never.
the saddest thing.
I always will spend 1 day
agreed.
in a resort, no matter what. It's so essential to have that that break because you have to go so fast to get off the ship in the morning, and it would feel so rushed to just be saying bye to Disney immediately, getting back there and taking the day at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, playing in the pool, enjoying the animals. It was wonderful. So highly recommend anyone who's doing that. Definitely take 1 more day just to stay in a resort, any resort.
No, 100%. Because unless you've cruised before, you don't understand. It's the saddest feeling when you wake up that morning that you're the debarkation morning, and you see that ship is sitting in the exact same place where 4 days before you were so excited to be. The whole cruise is in front of you. Now you're back, and in an hour, I got to get off. Get out of here. And it's so, you're right. If you have to go straight to the airport, that's terrible. You need to at least I'm going to Walt Disney World for a day, or something, don't go back to reality too quick.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing to highlight was I got to meet the Mandalorian in Hollywood Studios at Galaxy's Edge. That was huge. I was actually wearing a Mandalorian Roosevelt shirt when I met him, and I literally was starstruck. I didn't know what to say. He talked to my son. He had a one-on-one moment with my son. They talked for 30 seconds. And then he turned and looked at me, and all I could do was, "This is the way." And I was stunned.
This is the way. This is the way.
And walked away, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this made my life. I'm good."
Mando. That's so cool.
That was so cool. That was awesome.
Oh man.
The other thing to throw out there too, just for people who are planning, I'll throw out there. We had a great time. It worked out so well with pacing. I had a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and we rope dropped each 2 days at the parks, and we did. We did the Mine Train at Magic Kingdom. I'm trying to think what we did. We rope drop. Oh, Mickey and Minnie's Railroad in Hollywood in Hollywood. And so that worked out really well. Getting there early, doing rope drops, getting those 2 taken care of. We got Genie Plus also, and I bought Rise of the Resistance because we couldn't do Rise of the Resistance in 21 because it was the virtual queue, and we didn't get in for that. So I definitely wanted to guarantee to get on Rise this time. I got it. We got rope drops that were taken care of, and then the really nice thing was that with the kids, we paused our day around 12 o'clock each day, went back to Pop, got lunch, got in the pools, took a nap, got refreshed, and then we got back to the parks around like 4 o'clock each night. And by doing that, especially with Hollywood, at the end of the day, my wife and I were like, I don't think that, like, we could stay here longer if we wanted to, but I don't think there's anything else for us to do. Like, I think we've done everything at Hollywood Studios, and even now with even taking a break in the middle of the day, taking that break is just like, anyone who can do it, anyone who wants to do it, it is highly recommended, because that's so nice to just like do your early mornings, get all that as much as you can done, take that nice break in the afternoon, and then just go back and enjoy the evening thing, because it's also a little bit slower than that point too. So
yeah, and you get with that midday break, you get that refresh, right? You get like a reset. Yeah, I'm so with you on that. Go early.
Yeah.
You're excited. You're just getting up. You got a lot of energy. Take that midday break, downtime, get away from the crowds, go back in the evening. It's a whole it's almost like a second day within a day. I really like it.
It's so nice. And then, man, having the Skyliner at Pop, like, that was so nice. Taking it back at nighttime, it was beautiful. It was like just dark and peaceful and quiet. Like, that was awesome too.
Well, hey, thanks for the great trip report. That was great stuff. And hey, give us a holler too. As soon as you can give us a call, maybe next week or the next couple weeks. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts on the Wish, because we have a ton of us going on the Wish in July and we've never been. So that would help us.
Oh yeah. I have all kinds of thoughts about that. That'd be great. And I'll let you know when I have that placeholder ready to go too.
All right. Hey, anytime. I appreciate your support. Hey, I'm glad you guys had a good time.
Thanks,
and thank
guys.
you so much for your support. You guys, hey, take care of those and keep enjoying the front porch. It sounds great.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care. We'll talk to you later.
Mike, can I ask, can you give me like a 30-second answer, I guess, really quick? Because you could probably have a really long answer. With the placeholder, are there restrictions? Are there certain sailors you can't use?
There are, but they don't tell us yet. And that inaugural may be one of those.
I'm sure the inaugural one will. I'm just thinking like the Med cruises. Like, I don't know if there's restrictions.
No, I've used them on Med cruises before. They're not necessarily. It's the highest demand cruises, and there's not a lot of them.
Okay.
And I have a feeling that inaugural will probably be a blackout.
I'm sure, because I have a placeholder. I'm debating where I want to drop it in, but okay, good to know. I like the 30-second answer. That was awesome.
No, it's good. Yeah, there are blackouts, but they don't try to to put the screws to people on them. But obviously super.
Oh, that first lighthouse point will for sure have a restriction.
Yeah, I'm guessing that one will be. Okay, so we got one more slot. So 47413-9395. We got about 5 minutes left in the show. We can wrap up our draft. Trying to think what my last
I already wrote mine in because I don't think anyone's taking it.
I gotta think what I'm gonna do. I can't decide.
It could be like a cheat, but I don't think it is a cheat.
So. I have an idea, but yeah, mine's kind of
like if it's part of a kid, like would a kid's meal like snack be like a? I mean, that would work, right? If it's part of like a kid's meal, or
you and I might be doing the same thing. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, because mine's kind of hefty, but it's like for me, it's a snack. I mean,
I think it's a snack for me too. I know people that might order this as like their entree, but for me, it's a snack.
All right, we have our last call of the day. We're heading up Nebraska way with our good friend. We have a text message thread together. Wade, what's up, Wade?
Hey guys, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. What's going on?
Wait, I thought you were flying. I thought you were traveling today, or are you already done with that?
What's that?
I thought you were traveling today, or is that not true?
First thing tomorrow morning, I've got a ScottyG early trip to the airport in the morning. So
to one of my favorite airports.
Morning.
I love it.
Which airport?
Yeah, exactly. Flying to Tampa, so I'm going to see I have to go see Scott's friend, the flamingo. I can't remember the flamingo's name.
Phoebe.
Yes.
Phoebe the flamingo.
I will send a picture in the text thread.
All right, we're going to talk to you.
To show you I'm there. I made it.
Wait, hang on. Roger Goodell says... You're on the clock, Wade. You got the last pick.
He's going to take one of mine that I was going to pick, but that's fine.
I've got one. I don't think so. I was thinking about this while I was listening along, and it's one of my favorites, and it's at Roaring Fork at Wilderness Lodge, and it's the Magic Bar.
Oh,
which
the
I
magic
think it's the
cookie
only
bar.
place you can get it.
Is that the magic cookie bar thing?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. It's kind of like a blondie with some chocolate chips, some coconut, some sprinkles, some kind of, maybe it's just for the 50th, iridescent sprinkles on top of it. And that thing is awesome. I love getting like the corner piece if you can. It's got a little chew to it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite snacks. I always buy one the last day, literally right before I leave, stick it in my bag and then enjoy it for a couple of days.
Good call. You know who likes it? Ricky loves that thing. She used to talk about that thing all the time.
I never heard of it until Wade introduced it to me. He actually bought me one over a marathon weekend, and I loved it.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Ricky loves it.
I think it's the only place you can get it. I don't think
so.
I've ever seen it. There might be another place. I mean, they probably all come out of somewhere central, but I think it's the only place.
No, I think it is. And yeah, Ricky talked about that like 10 years ago. She was talking about that thing. I remember because she's like, oh, magic cookie bar. She put them in her purse like everything else.
Yeah.
For snacks.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's probably like $4 cheaper 10 years ago too.
Totally.
And it was like double the size too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, now it's probably like that big. Yeah. We're trying to help you. I gotta buy two. Yeah.
But
all right, Mike, round up your list, Mike.
Okay, my last pick. And again, we were having this debate. This is kind of substantial because like the egg roll thing got me thinking like I need something that would like be a little heft.
I definitely need it with all my sweets.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know. So I have like ice cream and stuff like that. Liege waffle. I'm going with the corn dog nuggets from Casey's with cheese, but you got to dip in cheese, the plastic cheese. So that's my fifth pick. That's my Mr. Irrelevant snack. Well, actually, you have Mr. Irrelevant because you're the last.
I have the last pick.
That's pseudo Mr. Irrelevant. Go ahead.
So I wanted to get like I had like no Animal Kingdom representation here, so I thought about like the chicken fried rice almost at Yak and Yeti.
That's good.
Because like that could be like a good snack on its own. I feel like, but I'm going a different route. Thanks to our friend Beth. She introduced it to me the last trip. I finally tried one. And it's so good, and that's that hot dog at Satuli Canteen. That thing is awesome. You can only get it on the kids menu, but just order that as your snack, and you're good. Might be a little hefty, Mike, but I'm going with it.
Was that hot dog that had like a buttery bun? Like a buttery?
Yes, that thing was good.
It's kind of like a pig in a blanket or something, right?
Yeah. It's so good. So I'm going with that.
We kind of got substantial there at the last pick, but
I kind of did. But yeah, for me, that's a snack. That's not a meal.
Me too. That
is a snack.
I agree. Not for most people, but it is. All right, Wade. So what's on your mind? Anything else? Or are you just getting here to wrap up the draft?
Another race sign up has come and gone again, and they sold out fast again. And Disney IT had some challenges again.
Yeah,
not terrible, but it was an interesting one again. And I, in a moment of weakness, did sign up for Wine and Dine. I think I put one in my post. It was a bit of a, all right, I didn't get into Disneyland. Let me see if I can get into this one. And I really didn't try anything out of the ordinary. I did it on my phone. While I was reading the sports page, I just clicked on it. I opened two browsers, one on the iPhone browser, and then one on Firefox. And I just kept going back and seeing which one would pop up first, and they were both going down about the same time. Took over an hour. Took an hour and a half for me to get in, and I thought for sure I was not going to get in, which I was going to be okay with. I think it was about 10:30 Central Time when I finally got in to do the registration, and I even put my time in. Everything, shirt size. I answered all the questions.
You were totally not wanting to.
He wanted to get like that email, that notification.
Yeah. Totally. What are you doing?
I was very laissez-faire about the whole thing, to use a fancy term. And I got to payment, and I go, well, okay, here we go. Click. Boom, you're registered. I go, I'm in. Okay, I'm doing it. And then I thought, wait a minute, do I really want to do this?
Too bad you can't like transfer bibs. You could sell that thing for like triple the price.
So I have a room, and so I'm in. But then I noticed it sold out like really within the morning. I think they were all gone. So it was quick.
Yeah, my wife was asking me. She's like, "Wasn't today a race registration day?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I didn't hear you like getting mad." I was like, "I didn't sign up for this one because the last 2 years I've signed up for this race." And I went one time and came home early. The other time I didn't go at all. Like, cause it's football season, and it's just one of those things. Here's
a wild one too. It is football season, and that weekend Nebraska plays at Michigan State.
Oh man!
I'm just saying, man, you should be here in East Lansing instead.
I should put a race weekend in East Lansing. But yeah, but well, I'll at least be watching it down there. Maybe Scott, maybe you'll pull a hey, where am I now, and show up on Saturday morning, like last Wine and Dine.
He's done that.
I've done that. Yep, I have a
I
have a history of
Said,
that.
where am I now? I looked at the picture. And go, this is Animal Kingdom Lodge. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Where is he?
For real.
So
That's how I roll.
you
That's
never
how I
know
roll.
about Scott.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well.
Anyway, well, I hope the lizards that did want to get in got in.
I agree.
I
think most
It looked kind of ugly when I read through the Facebook group, though. Like, it looked like some people. I mean, our group is so big, though. Like, that's gonna happen, right? People are just gonna get shut out. So, but I don't know. I don't know what Run Disney can do any differently.
I know the
though.
feeling.
Yeah, I don't know what they could do. I mean, it just feels like they could expand the field to where people start for even longer. I don't know. I mean, it's because they make so much money on every registration. Like once you have the course set out, I mean, if you add another 10,000 people, think about how much money. I know it would take another 2 hours probably to start that many more people, but man, you're going to make so much more money, and it's probably not going to cost you that much more because like it's a fixed cost to get the course out there.
What if you could like sign up for your day? Like, I'm gonna do the Monday half marathon instead of the Sunday half marathon because you have these different options. Like they run it for longer, like the same race. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I just
we're
think
gonna do 2 10Ks and 2 half marathons.
they could. I think they could expand the field. Start at 3 a.m. People would do
Why
it.
not? You're getting up anyway.
I know, seriously. I mean, yeah. Who knows?
I do wonder about it, because this feels very I don't know, 8-9 years ago, and how the signups were going really fast, and I missed out on one because on the West Coast, and somehow on my phone I had the time set, that it was 9 o'clock or 9 o'clock there, I think it was, or 10 o'clock, and by the time I looked at my phone, wait, it's sold out, and it sold out in an hour. I think it was a Wine and Dine, but I don't know. Then there was kind of a lull where you could sign up for races, right before COVID, it seemed like.
Yep.
Race registrations stuck around for a while.
Yeah, that was nice.
And now they're back to like bang, they're selling out fast. And
it's not just bang though. They like psych you out to make you think you're getting it.
Yeah. I think that Scott's got a point, right? It's not even that it's like that they sell out quickly. It's just that it's a lottery. Like,
you think it's in your cart, you're going to put your credit card information, they hold your account, and then they find like, oh, sorry, we're sold out. Like, I hate that.
Yep, you can do everything right. Have 3 or 4 browsers going, your credit card all ready to go, and just you don't get in, but then somebody else, it's just like dumb luck.
Because that's what happened to me with Disneyland. Like, my credit card information was being put in, and then it said, oh, sorry, it's sold out. Like, it was in my queue, it was in my cart. So that's where my frustration is. Don't let me get to the point where I can put in a payment without.
I know you should get like a grace, like with tickets, right? Like 5 minutes to get whatever at that point, but whatever. We've sung this song before.
I know I didn't mean to bring it down to that, but I know
it's
another race weekend registration come and go.
I mean, we'll do it again. I mean, I know marathon's coming up again, so look out.
It is 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So
we'll have fun. All right. Well, hey, Wade, take care and safe flight.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Sounds good, and have a great week.
All right, you too.
Have a great week, Wade.
All right. Bye-bye. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy.
Oh, he's one of my favorites.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so give us the recap of write them down for the draft, and we'll get out of here and cut everybody loose.
So we'll start with you, Mike. So you had the All-American Sundae, the sweet cream
cheese pretzel.
Yep. The sour cream. I think I was reading sour cream and chai popcorn that would used to get in the Future World there by Imagination. The waffle at Connections Cafe and corn dog nuggets with cheese at Casey's.
Ooh, okay, that's my
good.
Team. Okay.
So I had a Mickey ice cream sandwich, the whoopie pie from Sunshine Seasons, a tie-dye cheesecake, Mickey beignets at French Quarter, and the Satuli Canteen hot dog.
Substantial. Okay.
And our fantastic callers, they were all great tonight. And this is where we ended up with Main Street USA popcorn, like just from like a popcorn stand. We had the Mickey shaped cinnamon bun. Jared said like the official name. I just wrote down ham and cheese sandwich from France. I'm not going to try to like pronounce it.
The patisserie. Yeah.
Yeah. Matt from PA, Pennsylvania, he had the cheeseburger spring rolls. And last there, Wade went with the Wilderness Lodge at Roaring Fork, the Magic Bar.
The Magic Cookie Bar. Yes. I have to say, I think the callers won, in my opinion. They're pretty good.
I'm always going to be on the side of the callers. They did awesome.
I think so. So anyway, just on social media, this is for fun. When you hear the show, let us know, callers, Mike or Scott. If you had to pick, I mean, like, say it was like a little gift basket. You got those 5 snacks. Which one are you going to take? Which one's more your style? Like overall, you get the whole variety pack. Who wins? Okay. We got to roll because we went long tonight, but that's fine. It was fun talking with you. We'll do this again next Sunday night. So put it on the calendar. Join me. I'll be just back from Disneyland. Of course, shows today brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Let us help you plan that next Disney vacation, especially your next Disney cruise. We'll get you an onboard credit to spend just like cash during the cruise, and it costs exactly the same as booking directly with Disney Cruise Line. So check them out over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to the patrons who allow us to put these shows out not once a week, not twice a week, not 3 times a week, 4 times a week. It's because of you guys. And you get a 5th show called Mike in the Midwest. So come on over and join us at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Give Scott a follow this week on the social media. Tag both of us on these messages at epscott, EPSCOT. I'm at beourguestmike. Give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter. And we'll be back again next Sunday night. So hope you enjoyed Monday's show. It's going to be a draft show. We kind of experimented with this little format, had a good time with that. We drafted, I think, pools, lounges, and we left out a big one.
It was the next morning. I texted Mike, like, I'm a DVC member, and I left out my favorite lounge, which is DVC themed. Oh, it hurt so much.
Scott sent me the text, like, oh, I left out. And I'm like, yes, you did. And so did I, because that was the biggest one, and it wasn't even mentioned. So, yes, we know. And we also extinct experiences at Walt Disney.
I will say, it's tough when you're on the spot like that, right? Like really because we don't do any prep for these shows, man. We just like come up with it like 5 minutes before. And we just wing it. And yeah, sometimes you forget things. That's the beauty of it, though.
That is. That's what we did. So anyway, kind of fun show there on Monday. A little bit different. Not a trip report this week. We had a cancellation. We'll have questions on Wednesday, and Friday we'll have another fun show for you as well. So for ScottyG, I'm Mike. Wishing you a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. All right. That was a good one.
I cannot believe Miami blew that game.
I know. I looked up and the guy was crying for Texas. I'm like, what? Is he like happy? And I'm like,
because I went upstairs, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get ready for the podcast. This game is over." And then like Liz is texting me like, "You won't believe what's happening right now."
I can't. Yeah, I looked up. I was like, okay,
yeah,
Texas. Oof,
what a weird Final Four.
Oh my gosh,
dude, this would have been State's year, man. Oh,
you said on Mizzou too, but yeah, I mean, come on now. Like,
I mean, that was one. I mean, the other night that was like one of the best basketball games I've ever seen. Though it was so good. I just I said it in the moment. I said it to Liz, and she's like, no, I think Izzo did the right thing. But I said it before we knew how the game ended. Like we should have went for the win in regulation. I know it was a great play. We set up for the 2 to take it to overtime, but I wish we would have just set up a play for a 3 and just won it right then. But what can you do?
That was an awesome game. Like Pam was all into it. Like so was Mallory. We were watching it, and she's like, "You gonna text?" I'm like, "We have a rule. Like you don't text your boy for at least 24 hours after something like this." Like she's like, "You talk to Scott?" I'm like, "It didn't been 24 hours." And so he's like, because like last night I was like, "Okay, I think I'm good enough. I'm good to text him a picture of that big bourbon bottle."
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe it wasn't because it suited.
No, I know, and I didn't even see it. I didn't even mess. You're like, dang, that dude is still fired up.
I was like, I get it, man.
Kansas State just annoyed me. Like they just had like this cocky like attitude,
like Noel.
I mean, he's sweet, but like
he is sweet, but that like yell at the coach play that they just keep.
I hated that play. But like even like their other guys, they just talked so much trash on the court, and it just like bothered me so much. Like it just was so not classy. Like, but whatever. At least they got theirs yesterday. So
yeah, they did. Oh my god, yeah, because that guy thought he was getting that last shot. Then that big tall guy for San Diego State just like came out and just took up the court. Like
ironically, it was like the same thing that happened to Michigan State. Like because Noel like stole like the inbound pass. I mean, I wish Hauser would have put it up. We did one too many passes, and it was a thing of beauty because to see them fail the same way like we did like 2 nights before. But whatever, I'm over it. It's fine. Maybe I'm not over it.
Now that I'm over like the Mizzou losing thing, like it's been a great. I mean, it's crazy tournament. Like I've never seen anything like this. Like it's just
nuts.
If you're good, you're getting sniped.
Somehow UConn's going to end up losing. I mean, they are just blowing out every team. It's unbelievable how good they're playing.
They won't win. Like, I don't think they will, even though they're so much better than the other three teams.
It's going to be FAU. FAU is going to win the title, and that actually would be a cool story, though. So
that's crazy, though, that they could win that. Or like
I
a
know.
San Diego State could be a national champion.
I'm sure like CBS is probably hating this though, like for ratings purposes, but who knows? Like maybe people will tune in.
Like I think a lot of people that are casuals like want to see the Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Like
but it's just unbelievable in a region that had Michigan State, Duke, Kentucky, and then a decent Tennessee team, a number 1 seed Purdue team. The team that came out was FAU. Like, how does that happen?
Seriously. Oh man.
How does that happen? Oh, I'm not over it, I guess. I'm not over it yet.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, hey, bud, thanks. It was a good show.
All right. Have a good one.
Talk to you.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. See ya. Bye.